Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cheryl, your two-time stroke survivor and former bodybuilder turned two-time stroke survivor. So, as you can see, the title of this video today, I wanted to be very transparent with you guys in terms of my progress and how I'm doing. You may hear my voice choke up a little bit because, I get emotional about this stuff sometimes. Now, let me start this before we go on. I am not here to seek pity. I'm not here to come on here and start crying and want everybody to say, "Oh, Cheryl, it's going to be all right." I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. I'm just sharing with you and being very transparent about how I feel or what I've been feeling these past. I'm just gonna say, I say the past 2 years, but heavily these past 2 months. And really heavily yesterday. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom. I haven't made up my bed yet, but I'm going to do it. So before I get started going forward, telling you how transparent I am, I need you to please watch the video all the way through, please. That help pushes the video up to other stroke drivers. Like and make any comment, just be professional about it. Make your comment, like the video. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I load up some more videos. Now that we got all that out the way. So I want to share with you today how I'm feeling. Like yesterday, I was feeling really bummed. And I'll tell you why. No pity, but it is okay to feel how you feel. Nobody can't take anything away from you, even if you're fully healthy. And if you guys hear my voice cracking, I get like that when I get emotional or passionate about something that I'm talking. That's also part of the stroke symptoms, not symptoms, but the part of the post-stroke, trying to rehab yourself. My voice cracks, and this is the reason why I make a lot of videos, so I can practice with my voice, practice my speed, practice my tone, just practice enunciating words and just staying focused. But back to what I was saying. I want to share this with you guys. Like I said, you see, I haven't made up my bed yet, but I will. Everything that I do, I have to. You literally, when you take sick, you literally have to will yourself through every single day. When I was in stroke rehab, I had to will myself through getting through another day, another hour. Because I'm like, I don't belong here. I do not belong here. What am I doing here? You had a stroke, girl. So where I'm at with this, I'm telling you why I'm feeling bummed. I'm feeling bummed because I was a very, very independent, self-sufficient, very active woman. Now, I'm not talking about the strong black woman and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about independent, able to do a lot of things, will accept help. I'm not young accepting help from nobody because I'm not Superwoman. But I go from being very independent, self-reliant, resilient, healthy, to not being able to walk, to not being able to talk, to not have my cognitive skills on point, because with a stroke, that's trauma to the brain. So that messes up all of your cognitive skills, your mobility, your ability to move, the ability to do all of your daily tasks that you used to do, like cooking, cleaning, everything. So when I make these videos in hopes of seeing my own progress and hoping that what I do could inspire someone else to keep going. That's one of the reasons why I keep making these videos. Give me a minute. I was feeling bummed about myself because I didn't feel beautiful anymore. I didn't feel pretty anymore. I'm looking at my posture. I'm looking at, the upkeep of myself, which I do that. My daughter helps me out a lot. I have help, y'all. I have help. I'm not over here just thugging it out by myself. But there are some things that you do need to do on your own in order to get better at it, And it's very challenging. And I'm sitting here, the other day I was walking, I said, damn, because my left side is flaccid, right? So I'm walking the other day, I was like, damn, I'm disabled. My goodness, I am disabled. Me, of all people, just so that you guys know, you are not beyond anything happening to you. You're not beyond getting sick. You can do every single thing you can within your power. Within your power, and you can do the best you can do, contributing to yourself and contributing to a healthier lifestyle. Y'all, I'm a former bodybuilder, so my resilience tapped in. I tap into my bodybuilding habits and behaviors in order to get through this stroke recovery process. I have to tap into that mentally. I have to tap into my determination. I have to tap into my resilience. I have to tap into my strength. I have to tap into my mind power. But y'all, I'm really messed up. And I have gone to therapy, just so you guys know that. Excuse me. On top of me dealing with my own personal self things, and I'm not self-loathing, I'm not self-sabotaging, I'm just sharing how I feel. I go from bodybuilding, being active in the gym, being able to walk around my complex. I used to hike. There's couple of mountains behind me. I used to hike. And it's not about getting back to what I used to do. You have to now think you have a new life now. What is this blessing? And I always do. I always reflect. I always reflect on my part. Not somebody else's, what they're not doing for me and what they're not doing and what they are doing. It's not about getting back to the old me. It's about taking on the new life that I have now. How can I make that better? How can you make that better going forward, Cheryl? And I do a lot of things. I sit in solitude. I'm very grateful. Right before I made this video, I was scrolling on YouTube, and I came across a very inspirational video. Because let me tell y'all, I don't need to be motivated. I don't need nobody to motivate me. I encourage myself. I do. I encourage myself. I don't need crowd participation to say, oh, Cheryl, you can do it. I don't need that, guys. Because like I said, I'm a former bodybuilder. I know how to tap into that, to the deep part of me, to tap in to go to my next level. I know how to do that. So what I got to do is tap into that in this stage of my life. And that's the whole point of this video. But I just want y'all to know, it ain't all peaches and creams over here, y'all. I mean, I was really bummed out yesterday and part of today, but I have to go back and look at what I'm grateful for. Because a year and a half ago, I couldn't wipe my ass. A year and a half ago, I couldn't walk. A year and a half ago, I couldn't do for myself. I was in a stroke rehab hospital with people that were 80 and 60 and 70 years old in there. And there was some young folks in there too. It's, you know what? People that are in their 30s and even in their 40s are now having strokes as well too. So I kept saying, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. It was a little bit of pride. I'm not going to even, I'm not going to hold you on that. It was a little bit of pride, like, I don't belong in here. Get me out of here. No, chick, you can't walk. Like, sit down, get the rehabilitation that you need, and then you can go home in 30 days. And after 30 days, you're on your own. Of course, I can get in-home care, but you have to pay for that out of pocket, you know? And maybe I'll get there eventually, down the line. And my daughters have their own lives, They've done a lot. I'm not going to say they haven't. They've done a lot, but, my desire is to get, maybe a housekeeper and physical therapy and occupational therapy. Occupational therapy I can do on my own. I've done that for a while now, still working with this frozen shoulder. But the whole thing is, y'all, you really got to, if you ever take sick, I'm not saying that you will, I'm not speaking that, but y'all, this ain't no joke. I'd have never thought in all my years of being on this earth, the way I took care of myself, the way I was very active, but then life happened. I lost my mother, and then 2 years later, I lost my dad. And then I had, after I lost my mother, due to other things that was going on in my life, trying to, family stuff, in addition to the things that I was doing as well, obviously stress-wise, contributed to me having a stroke. And it caused trauma to my brain. And when you have trauma to your brain, that affects your cognitive skills, your motor skills, your mobility, your occupational skills, your physical skills. It affects all of that. But I just want you guys to know that, I was telling you about the video that I saw prior to, and that happens too. I'll straight blink out and forget what I was talking about. And some people do that and not even have a stroke. So I guess that just comes with it. But the video that I saw, it was Cat Williams. And let me tell you what it said. If you make a list of all the things that you did bad or you mucked up on or happened to you or that you did, you make a list of all those things where you messed up, and then you go back and look at that list and say, man, you got through every last one of those things. Every last one of those obstacles. You got through every last one of them. That means you're no different than anybody, like an author, an athlete, former athlete as myself, successful businessman or businesswoman. You're no different than these people that have gone through the challenges that they had to get to where they are to be successful. Those are your stepping stones. So, although this is a bum video, there's some inspiration in this too. I'm not here to motivate nobody, because motivation means there's a motive behind it. You have to move and motivate yourself. There's a motive behind it. So I'm more of an inspirationalist. I like to inspire you to do things and encourage you to encourage yourself. Every day you got to get up, and I got to get up and make my bed. Every day that I got to get up and walk through the house without my cane or without my AFO. Every day I got to get up and wash my ass. Every day I got to get up and brush my teeth. Every day I got to get up and do it. If I don't get up and put those water on me, I'm going to be funky. If I don't get up and clean up my room and do daily tasks, just day by day. What I did in the other video, I tried to do too much in one day. For the sake of a video, I'm not doing that anymore because that really tired me out. It tired me out. So every day, like I did before, I got up every day and made up my bed. Every single morning, I got up and made my bed. Every morning. So today, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to make up my bed. I'm going to finish cleaning up the task for my room. And maybe I'll make another video for you guys to see me trying to do the dishes. Well, loading up the dishes. I'll make another video of that because I don't want this to be too long. But if you've gotten this far in the video, tell me in the comments below. What do you do to encourage yourself? What do you do? My thing was going to the gym and was working out. That was my therapy. Now I can't do that on my own. I can do it, but I need to have my safety net with me, aka my daughters. So they're not going to be with me 24/7 because they have their own lives. So every day I get up and I really just have to will myself through fixing this bed, will myself through bathing myself or shower myself. I don't do that alone. I have to wait till my daughter gets here, or I can FaceTime her and she can see me so that so nothing won't happen to me. I still need to be guarded and watched. So if you watched this video to this point, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're a new person here, and comment below. What do you do to encourage yourself when you get bummed? What do you do? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys, okay? So I'm going to get up and see, I couldn't do that before. I'm going to get up, and so I'm grateful, guys. I'm really grateful. Don't take this video as I'm not being grateful. I'm really grateful where I am right now. I'm just looking at myself, looking at my posture. I'm like, am I walking like this? So that's why I got this, and it's not about being vain. It's just, I took pride in taking care of myself. I took pride in taking care of my home because I like a peaceful solitude, a serene area. So now I just got to do a little bit at a time and get it back to that place. Get it back to it. Like I said, I'm used to vacuuming. I'm used to sweeping. I'm used to doing all those things that I used to do. Cognitively, physically, and occupationally, and, working on my speech. So thank you guys for sticking around, and look out for a new video coming up soon. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment. Thank you guys. You've been kind.